and welcome to the Lighthouse, the House of Light, a One Light Federation Church in Nelson, Victoria, Australia. I am Reverend Gordon Mackenzie.
Good morning, and I am Reverend Jennifer Bowles.
And welcome, Jenny. And what a beautiful day. Well, let's face it, every day is a beautiful day. It's all a case of beauty being in the eye of the beholder, is it not?
It certainly is, and we are so blessed to have you here this morning after having open heart surgery last week. And so we're still in recovery, and you're doing a mighty effort to sit here with us today. So thank you.
Thank you.
The power of prayer.
It is the power of prayer. It's a lot of determination likewise. But the power of prayer is enormously strong. And if we believe with the power of our own convictions, and we combine that with the power of prayer, but the power of God, and we give thanks for that divine light, the power of Jesus, the miracle of healing. And yes, it's true. It's been a phenomenal journey, no question about it. But we won't, there's no need to go into all of the nitty-gritty but suffice to say I've been to the other side and back. So that's really a major statement. And yes, huge. But likewise, huge is the opportunity and the calling that we be here and we continue serving. We stand, even though we're sitting now, but we stand tall in our service, and we trust that you will forgive us for remaining seated this day for good reason. As always, we start and open with prayer. Speaking of prayer, so let it be we join forces. So will you please join with us now in prayer, after which we undertake the Furnace of Light spiritual protection exercise, which is most important because at all times we need to bolster our spiritual protection so that we truly be the epitome of that divine shining light which is truly of Almighty God and of Jesus Christ, of the highest and of the brightest, and not a lesser light. It's so important because let's face it, friends, as we so prepare, just the same as we prepare, we put on clothes and we dress well. It's not only to impress others, it's to impress ourselves, but to remind ourselves that indeed we are up there where we belong. We strive for higher, for perfection, in terms of being with the highest. That's not out of ego, that's not of perfection in that way. It's to be up there, up with the highest. After all, we all know what it's like when we look at someone, place someone up on a pinnacle, on a pedestal, and we look at them, we think, wow. Just the same as a young music student would rush home after hearing someone give a brilliant performance and spend hours on the piano. Why? Because they're inspired. So let it be that we show that we now have that inspiration. As we come together in prayer, we undergo the spiritual protection exercise, and then we say together the Lord's Prayer. Will you join us? Almighty, loving and eternal God, great and supreme Spirit, Lord Jesus Christ, our dear friends of the highest, what immense joy fills our heart, our soul, our entirety, our complete essence, with the mere mention of your name, that knowing we have the privilege of bathing and dwelling with you in your divine and holy light, of likewise receiving and partaking of your divine inspiration and your loving, healing light. And as we give thanks in all ways for all you lovingly care to bestow, let it be that this and all days that follow give us the perfect opportunity to replicate that excellence which you beam forth and show by way of example, so that we best serve you, always to the best of our respective abilities, and always in ways which will not only please you, but endorse and support your divine and holy mission. With love we say thank you. Amen.
Amen.
I am a furnace of light, and I radiate and project my light, my love, my power, my strength, my might,
throughout this home, over all this land, to the fence lines and beyond, and deep into the earth and high into the heavens. And I transmute and transform all energies to love and light.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
And Jenny?
And so, yes, I will continue. Are you happy to
I'm
sit?
staying, I'm not going anywhere.
Yes. And as always, every day is a blessing. For every day we have opportunity to connect to higher vibration.
Indeed we do.
And as I prepared this morning to bring forth the words, knowing that the words that come forth this morning are to be shared with you this day, it is that I'm very aware of the presence who is with me. And I'm greatly appreciative of the wonderful team that serve,
Yes,
and as they continue to serve us. And so Spirit made it very clear this morning, and I was so aware of a beautiful image. And they showed me a home, a very humble home, where there were family present. And the woman was baking and very, very happy that her family were gathered together. And as they enjoyed the food, but the company, the love, the belonging, the unity of family and all that it represents, I was aware of a visitor, and a visitor came to the door. And the mother said to a son, "Go and get another chair." And the son looked up and said, "We have no more chairs." And she said, "Make one. Make one." Which means, however this visitor can sit to be one with us, that is a chair. We need to perceive things through the eyes of something greater. We need to understand the importance of unity and making people belong, making people welcome. Having that understanding that when we all come together to enjoy a feast, enjoy food, enjoy a cup of tea, it is the togetherness, and it's all that enriches life. It is simple. It is the simple things in life that truly touch our heart, that touch our mind, and this enables our soul to grow. And also too, this cleanses and purifies our own vibration, because we are giving. We are giving of ourselves. We are allowing ourselves to be open to accept a visitor, to join in the family, to be one with, to embrace the love that is present, to embrace the peace, but the togetherness, the belonging, the secure sensation of love that we have when we come together. And every person that you touch with this kindness, with this compassion, you are not just touching this person who visits, but you are touching all who are present. You are teaching your children as the mother taught the children. And all the visitors were aware of the love and the outpouring of compassion and kindness. And this is sharing. And this is what we communicate when we encourage others to connect to the divine, to connect to the light, to connect to something greater than you. Meaning, knowing that you can receive greater wisdom, greater insight, greater perception when you give yourself time to sit. So what a beautiful, touching scene Spirit had playing before my eyes. And it truly did touch my heart, because it is something so simple. Something so simple. And everybody can do this act, because it is an act of kindness. It is an act of love. And it is showing that by giving, you touch so many. So Spirit continued to share the wisdom then. And Spirit said, "And the truth rings forth, and there is a gentle but clear step in our wake. We are happy and excited for what the day brings. Come, all ye faithful, for we are young and believe. We are strong and mighty and ready to defeat. We are the power of our own minds, and our hearts shine with love at all times. So come to the fore, and we will rectify it all. For in the name of the highest, I am born." And I must be honest with you, everybody. You know our dear little friend Sarah. Well, this was Sarah singing. Sarah was singing this song to me as I was typing these words. And my heart was already full of love and joy from the scene that Spirit had shown me. And then little Sarah comes in singing. And so if you can really feel that song within your own heart, I'm sure that you can really have that awareness of how joyous it was for me to sing. And the truth rings forth. And there is a gentle but clear step in our wake, which means we have to have an understanding that truth sets us free, just like the truth of that beautiful scene. That is the truth of belonging. We have to allow these moments, these precious, precious moments that Spirit provide, open our eyes to the truth. And it is so simple. Yet some people find it difficult to allow themselves to sit in the stillness and just to let go and to move into the upper world. Sometimes we get so caught up in the world that we live that we forget that there's something so much greater and brighter and loving. And it is always there. It's just, are you aware? Truly. And it is that simple again. Are you aware that it is there? Well, then open the door to your heart, open the door to your soul, and allow yourself to be born, as Sarah said this morning. And Sarah said, so come to the fore and we will rectify it all, meaning we will rectify all that is not of love. We will rectify all that is pulling us down. We will rectify, which means to transform all things to love and light, just like we say in the furnace of light. And that is exactly why we do this prayer. Because it is to remind us that we are powerful, that we have the strength and the power within, the might to move forward lovingly in our light. And we rectify at all times. There is a beautiful symbol that came to me many years ago now. And it came to me with such love and with such passion from Mary. And one day I was sitting typing, attuning, connected to the divine. And as I was typing, Mary said to me, pick up a pen. And at the time, obviously, I thought that was a bit strange when I was typing, so why did I now need to write? But it wasn't that I needed to write. It was that I needed to draw a symbol. And this symbol was a beautiful symbol that would change. It would change things to rectify. And that is what the symbol represented. And so I know dear Sarah, very close to Mary indeed, also knows the importance. So when we hear the word rectify, I think instantly of that beautiful symbol that Mary brought forth. And the symbol, dear people, is called the swan. The swan. And the swan was drawn for me. Well, Mary took my hand, so to speak, and drew the symbol of a beautiful swan on paper, but made it very easy. So I would love, well, I am sharing this with you now. Obviously, this was impressed upon me right at this time. And
what a blessing too.
And the swan comes forth with peace and grace to rectify. And these are the words that Mary said to me.
Yes.
With peace and grace we rectify. And the symbol is drawn, and I will show you now. It is drawn with the hand at the top, moving down and then around, and then the tail being a wavering motion of light. So indeed, if you wish to use this symbol, and all you need do is say the swan, and you will have an understanding then of the power of the peace and grace that comes with that symbol. And it is to rectify with love and light. So it is transforming to love and light. So we can use the swan whenever we know we need to transform vibration, to transform energy, to transform the thought process. Whatever needs to be rectified can be
indeed rectified.
And so trust this symbol of the swan and know that it is now available to you, and to use this wisely. And so I give thanks to Mary, and I also give thanks to Sarah at this time, knowing that this has truly been impressed upon me. So as to give you this symbol as a gift of our love, of our passion to help you rectify your life, to help you rectify your vibration, your essence, your heart, your mind, your soul. So swan, and be like the swan, be graceful, be peaceful, be elegant. In the turn that you lift and raise your vibration, and like the swan, and how the swan graces the lake, so elegantly gliding along the water, rectifying all. So it is such a beautiful image. And so I thank Mary for giving me the swan years ago. And as I continue with the song that Sarah brought forth this morning, Sarah continued, "Get up and rise, for the day has come to show the world who you are, full of dignity, brazen with courage, and a lustre of divine brilliant light. So come and let us celebrate. Let us stand up and sing. We are the mentors, and you, my friend, are our king." So this is the beautiful song that Sarah brought forth. And also aware that she was thinking of our dear beloved Gordon, knowing that it is truly a beautiful blessing that this day, that Gordon has stood tall to come to be here today present. And indeed it is that as we present, and it is indeed as we are present in the presence of our righteousness and truth, that we reach out to you with love, and to remind you that each of you have an opportunity to stand in your own truth and take responsibility and do something with it. Reach out, and just as we have shared this divine symbol of light, just as we come forth and share in song, just as we come forth and celebrate a new day, a new blessing, for the light to truly encompass and take you forth on a journey of self-discovery. Recognize within yourself the gift that you truly are. And then you will see that the more that you nourish and nurture that light, the more peaceful you will be. So be in harmony with who you truly are, and you will find the peace within you. Remember to send love to the step before you, and then you will step into love. And love will forever be your footprint, because your heart will be full of love, and you will be eager to exercise this. For then you are living the gift, you are living the life that you are born to live. Allow yourself now to truly absorb the wisdom that has already been shared. Let it be that this resonates with your heart, and feel this vibration moving you into a greater state of wellness, of well-being. Encourage yourself to lift. Encourage yourself to acknowledge that there is so much more deep within you to be discovered. Think of yourself as a cave, in the sense that within this cave there is so much treasure, so much wisdom, divine light. And as you enter into the cave of the divine, you will find that you will move into a state of relaxation and of peace, of stillness. So let it be now that we do this exercise. But on your way to the cave, recognize now that you are passing by the most beautiful lake, and it is crystal clear. And the only ripples you see are those of the swans, and the gliding, elegant, peaceful, graceful swan reminds you that as you enter into the cave, that you are bathing with the highest, and that you are rectifying all that comes forth now, transforming it all to light, to love, so that it better serves you. So let it be now that you are aware of the swan on the lake. And truly now, how many swans do you see? How large is your lake? What is the colour of the lake? And how does this move you as you see? This is an exercise to expand and extend you from where you are now. So let it be that you are open and receptive to receiving, seeing with divine light, through the Master's eyes, knowing now that as you enter into the cave, this is your cave of discovery. And you will find many jewels, because they are all of you. And know that now, that as you enter in, and all that you find is what you need to recognize. And as you swan, as you enter into the cave, rectifying all that is present, all that embraces you, it will now teach you It will now heal you, enrich and enlighten you. For you are truly bathing in the higher vibration within your own cave. Let it be that within your mind, that you know that you are moving into the higher aspect of who you truly are. You are connecting with your I am presence. You are seeing yourself as the presence of your righteousness and truth. So bathe in this love and light and allow the cave to be open to you so that you receive the many blessings. And the gifts are yours. Avail of this time and make it known that you appreciate. So now that you are in your cave of light, let it be that you are aware of the presence who is near. And the Divine Master approaches. Speaks lovingly to you. Be assured all is well. Be assured that you bathe in the peace and grace and the light that encompasses you will ease your burden. So let it be that you relax and let go. Let it be that you now surrender all your stress and your concern. Relax and let go. Release your stress, your anxiety, and know that the higher vibration gently, tenderly, and lovingly now encompass you. Trust now that you are moving into uncharted waters, and all that shines upon you is healing and preparing you to bathe in the richer vibration. Be aware of the light upon your head. Feel the tenderness, feel the softness, and allow this light to enter in. And feel the light now permeating down through your body, knowing that the divine light shines, heals, protects, rejuvenates, and purifies. All is well within the cave. All is well within. The angels encompass you, embracing you. And as you become aware now that you are feeling lighter and lighter, you are feeling more peaceful and more relaxed, knowing that the veils are being removed, for you can truly accept this healing. You become aware of all that is present, knowing that all your senses are heightened at this time. You may see, you may hear, you may feel. Just know and trust that all that is taking place right now within this cave, as you bathe with the angels, as you bathe with the divine presence, you are receiving the messages that you need at this time. For it is time to be. Honest to yourself. Be your own truth. For when you connect with the higher vibration, you are connecting to this truth. And this truth will continue to always nurture and nourish you, help you awaken, and then encourage you to remember all that you have received, so that you know that you are a blessing, that you truly know that the time is now for you to shine. So what is it that you are receiving right now? Allow this time to be precious and cherish it with all your heart. For I am here giving to you, and you are receiving and giving to yourself to help you heal, to help you grow in faith, to help you truly embrace the glorious light that is within you. And everything that you see is transformed to love and light. Even the brightest of light becomes brighter. And the swan will help you. The swan will shine upon you. And you will forever be at peace with the peace and grace the swan represents. So be aware of the one who stands with you now. And be aware of all that is radiating from the heart. Clearing, cleansing, soothing and healing. I am strength. I am power. I am. And I am worthy of this light and of this blessing. And all that meets me within the cave, teach, educate, and provide all that I need. I am one with the divine, and the pure light shines upon me. And so, eternal loving grace encompasses you, and you feel the freedom, you feel lighter in all ways, and you will never forget this sacred cave, this sacred space that has healed you. Knowing that you are always welcome to enter into the cave whenever you choose. But just choose it more regularly. Remember, this is your life. You are a creator. You have the free will. So will it into being. Be strong enough to push yourself. Be strong enough to identify what needs to be rectified. And be strong enough to make the changes in your life that will better serve you and all around you. Know the greater times are coming, and this is true. There are many beings of light that are occupying sacred space so as to lift the vibration and to bring forth greater wisdom. For indeed it is the year of enlightenment, which means too that this light will shine upon you so that you know what to do. So listen with your heart. And put your mind in your heart and your heart in your mind, so that all is love. And then you are free to share it. But always remember to be the greater aspect of who you truly are. And just remember the swan upon the lake and represent that. And this will ease your life. For every moment is a blessing when you are awake. Every moment is a blessing when you remember your truth. And so let it be, and indeed let it be that you shine. Let it be indeed that you shine your light.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you.
Well, indeed, there is truth in all that has been said and shared, and the truth will always show the way.
Indeed.
But people just need to be, well, they need to be more like the child, because then they won't be so scared. And then they will also be more honest with themselves and recognise, yes, this needs to go. This needs to change. And so then just do it. Get back in line, my dear friends, get back in line.
Excellent advice. Pearls of wisdom.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Well, if you're still in the cave, you can stay there because there's so much to see. But while you're visiting and enjoying, we can now ask if Gordon would like to share some wisdom.
Indeed. Yes, thank you, Sarah. And thank you, Jenny. Thank you. So, yes, friends, we'll move into that which we officially know as the talk, or the area where we impart wisdom. I gave a little thought, but let's face it, as we give thought, so it is that wisdom is impressed upon us. It's only when we take the time and make the time, when we make the time to listen, not necessarily to go to that quiet zone within. We don't have to make a big deal and a whole lot of fuss about it. But many times we are doing other things. Then a gigantic pearl comes along. You think, wow, I'll write that down and remember that. And so when you look at things in perspective, it wasn't that you made time to go into that quiet zone. It was that effectively that pearl of wisdom came to you. Why? Because it was the perfect time. It was the perfect context. Everything is perfect in Almighty God's divine plan. Everything is perfect when it is that you be guided and walk side by side with Jesus. When you have the highest of spirits walking with you, guiding you, remember we each have spirit team. Of course, there are different levels of vibration, but this is where we must be discerning. It is imperative that we be discerning. And we know within ourselves, just the same as we know when we mix and bathe in the company and the light of various people. In some areas, some vibrations, we feel very comfortable. In other areas, we truthfully cannot wait for the opportunity to escape. But what is it that brings this? It is simple if we only allow ourselves to see. But remember, there are none so blind as those who do not wish to see. If we take the opportunity, if we allow ourselves to see, we literally take off the blinkers, and then we see with clarity. It is that things become readily apparent. And again, it's not that we have to go and spend hours preparing and trying to get connection. Because the connection is already there, it's readily available, it's freely available to us if we only care. It's there at all times. But it's a question of what do we do about it? We have the double A, we've spoken of that many times, just as Jenny has shared with you the swan this day. The double A was shared with us from the highest of spirit. Very simple an approach, but great wisdom when applied. The double A, awareness and act. When you have the awareness, it is for you, it is for us to act. If we have the awareness but we choose to ignore, then how can we possibly expect goodness to come? It's the same when wisdom from the highest is lovingly brought forth, shared, imparted. If we take notice, if we embrace, if we invite more, if we participate enthusiastically and with love and embrace, of course, everything, shall we say, comes up roses. But if we ignore, what can we really expect? It's just the same if we look at the situation for those of you blessed to have your own children. When your children take notice of your guidance, your wisdom, your instruction, your encouragement, your support, they behold your love, your spiritual guidance. It makes you as a parent so proud. But you know likewise, they in future years, future times, will pass this on to their offspring, to others likewise. So it is an opportunity to inspire. But if you allow yourself to further perceive, so too it is. That is not only the pride and the immense satisfaction you receive from watching your child, your children, grow and shine in that divine light, but it's also pride for you in that you have succeeded. Your offspring have taken notice. And so it is that they shine. And inwardly, although you may not display it or say a thing, you think to yourself, wow, I have done good. The grammar may not be right, but you understand the drift, and that's why I put it that way. And so it is exactly the same when Jesus walked this earth. He strove to inspire the people, to lift and raise the people. so that they truly did better than what was going on. Just the same as Almighty God and Jesus and the highest of spirits continue right through to this very day to inspire each of us to do the best we can, not only for ourselves, for God helps those who help others. And we could jokingly say, God help those caught helping themselves, yes. But it's a case of do the best you can at all times in support of yourself, but in the essence of supporting and helping others because of that. It's not to take everything, take, and say thank you. It's all very well to receive, but there are many, many, many blessings in giving. And so too, as we give, it is that we receive tenfold, 20-fold, 30-fold. It's not a question of how much we receive in return. For truly, if we place ourselves in the situation where we strive as hard and in as many ways as possible to serve, to give, to achieve, to help, to support, to encourage, to uplift, just stop for a minute and imagine the goodness that goes forth, that goes forth, that goes forth in all directions, in all ways. And this is exactly what God, what Jesus, what the highest of spirit encourage from each of us. It's not that we have to be any particular formula. For what's inside there makes the huge difference. How we go about things, how we achieve, how we grow, how we help others grow, how we encourage others to lift and raise. It becomes a snowball in terms of a chain reaction. We have the opportunity of lifting the entire vibration of this beautiful planet, Mother Earth. We look across the Earth's broad surface at this time. Trouble and strife everywhere. Maybe not everywhere, but the generality is there. But friends, the power of prayer is enormous. We have the opportunity to do so much more. It is not to join the dissidents. It is not to go forth and destroy, to pull down, or any of that. But rather, don't dwell in it. Don't allow yourself to dwell. It is not for us to dwell in that lower vibration. Even though, if we allow it, it will surround us. But it is for us to radiate the divine love within and beam forth love so as to lift and raise the vibration everywhere and within every single person, every living thing. For truly I say to you, there is so much beauty in abundance. As I go back to that which was said earlier, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It is how we allow ourselves to see and to perceive. If we wish to allow ourselves to see the beauty in something or in someone, indeed we will. And oh, what a blessing. But if it be our choice not to do so, no matter how hard we try, we will never do it. It is a simple case of common sense. Common sense. And so, if we allow common sense to prevail, things which have been built up and taken many, many, many years to achieve, why would we stand back and watch and allow others to destroy? Because, friends, this is what's happening to the fabric of society. It's happening right around us if we only care to open our eyes, to perceive and to look and to honestly acknowledge. It's true. Look around at the standards. Standards have dropped left, right, and centre. Across the board. Throughout the whole of music, throughout the whole of the artistic, throughout everything which is good. It is time to literally, we could joke and say, put on our high heels, so as to get up and lift and raise the vibrations, because we need be up with the highest, with Almighty God, with Jesus Christ, with the highest of spirit. That's where we belong. That's our true home. We are all children of God, are we not? It makes sense. So, why is it we are not focusing upon being up where we belong? My challenge to you this day, if we accept it as being a challenge, but truthfully, it is my prayer to you, is that you, I, we, together, we all strive for divine perfection. It ought not make any difference as to our external appearance, our texture, our colour. It makes no difference. We're all children of God. We need all work with love. Love of the divine. Appreciating the fact that we have life. Appreciating the blessings of the divine. In every way there are blessings all around us. Go and look at the marvel and the beauty of a flower right in front of us here. I know I couldn't make a flower. It's impossible. Beautiful creations. Such beauty. Look at the beauty of a tree. Look at the beauty of an ocean and the way the currents and the tides work. The whole cycle of life. This is the wonder and awe, the majesty provided for each of us to appreciate. And the benefit is enormous. And so, friends, yes, we could easily continue talking, moving on, expanding. But, in summary, I pray that these words which have come forth this day have provided enough wisdom enough inspiration, enough passion, enough guidance, so as to bring forth the nourishment and the upliftment in order that you can now take some positive steps forth in your respective lives so as to make a real and positive change, a beneficial change for yourself, your loved and dear ones, your families, those around you. But positive change likewise, which embraces that wonderful four-letter word, love, L-O-V-E. And let it be that love shines through every word, thought, prayer, example, every tiny nuance of your essence for the benefit of all concerned. And Jenny, earlier today you shared about the step, taking the step, the love. Would you like to
Yes,
share that
indeed.
again, please?
It is to send love to the step before you, then step into love, and then love will forever be your footprint. Truly beautiful words and a true statement. So what? The opening line on Gordon's talk was always expect the unexpected. Well, and we just have, haven't we? Gordon didn't need the talk, and I didn't even read the wisdom that came forth this morning, because it's always with us. We just need to go deep within ourselves to recognise that the truth is there. And so, indeed, we are very proud this day of what you have achieved. And it is a blessing. It is a blessing upon us, and as Spirit said, that this day would come when you would sit right here. Incredible. In all the years since we founded the Lighthouse, the House of Light, back in 2009, I believe Gordon has only had four Sundays absent.
Yes.
So what an effort. And this is service. And so indeed, thank you very much. But thank you, everybody. And with so much love in our hearts, let it be that you embrace the love of who you are. And just allow yourself to be the expression of the love that you are. And then the whole world will be loving. And always remember that we can all connect to the higher vibration. Every one of us can look to the sky and see the beauty in the sky, whether it be daytime or nighttime. There is so much available to us all. Never feel alone. Always remember that you have a spirit team that walk with you every step of every day. So just remember to welcome them in your daily life. And then you will bathe in all that they share with you. It will enrich your essence, truly. So with so much love, we will close now in prayer. Thank you.
Yes, indeed we will. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you to our combined team. And thank you, friends, for being on board. And so, as we bring forth now the closing prayer, let it be that this closing prayer is the closing prayer of this service only. But let it be that it be the opening prayer of that which now becomes the rest of your newly awakened, spiritually inspired life and mission. And may Almighty God bless you accordingly.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you.
Almighty, loving and eternal God, great and supreme Spirit, Lord Jesus Christ, our dear friends of the highest, we said earlier this day what joy fills our heart, our essence, our entirety. This day has certainly been a perfect example. And so it is that we very humbly say thank you. As we give our humble thanks, our most grateful thanks, we thank you additionally for that extra support, encouragement, and motivation, so that we aspire to achieve even more so that which is over and beyond what we could even have contemplated in service towards you, the divine. Trusting that everything be of divine love, divinely inspired, and of divine goodness and service for all concerned. And with love we say thank you. Amen.
Amen. And enjoy the swan, everybody.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. You have been watching the service from the Lighthouse, the House of Light, a One Light Federation Church in Melton, Victoria. And thank you, and God bless you.